Now today's topic is the development of the nervous system. To first topic. Now let us start from the development. It is the ectoderm, mesoderm and the endoderm, which you previously know from your knowledge. The ectoderm, there is a cavity called amniotic cavity, and endoderm there is a cavity called Yak-Sac cavity, which will afterward become the extracoelomic cavity. Now lateral plate mesoderm, the mesoderm divided into lateral plate mesoderm, intermediate mesoderm and the paraxial mesoderm. Okay. Now we will see the changes which is happening in the ectodermal level. Now in the ectodermal level there is some changes over here. This is called the neuroectoderm. That means the nervous system develops from the ectodermal layer. All organs which has to have the sensitivity will develop from the ectoderm. So it is the nervous system which is developed from this neuroectoderm. This is called the neural plate. So some changes occurs over here in the ectodermal layer, which is having the neural tissue. It is called the neural plate. Now there is invagination of the neural plate towards the mesoderm, that's called the neural groove, and that is followed by the formation of the neural tube, which you already know. The surface ectoderm overlying this is called the neural tube. Neural tube will occupy the space where there is a notochordal process was there previously. So that is the trial of the nature to first form the notochord, and in that phase it will be replaced by the neural tube, that is the formation of the brain and the spinal cord. The neural tube is having two pores over there. This is called the anterior neuropore and this is of the posterior neuropore. Now even when we put this in a baby, this is the total range of the neural tube. Okay. Now the neural tube is having some invaginations over here. This is a proximal one called prosencephalon. Then this is called the mesencephalon and this is called the rhombencephalon. This is your spinal cord. Now there are some changes occurring into this. There is called the divided into two parts, prosencephalon by this optic disc, optic stalk. So this is called telencephalon. This is called dilencephalon. Then the mesencephalon and rhombencephalon is divided into proximal metencephalon and distal myelencephalon. So what happens to the rhombencephalon? This is the rhombencephalon. The cavity is called the fourth ventricular cavity. So this is mesencephalon or midbrain. This is dividing the metencephalon called the pons. This is myelencephalon or medulla, and here lies the cerebellum. So this is the forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So forebrain having the telencephalon, that is the cerebral hemisphere, dilencephalon, that is the thalamus and complex, and then we have the mesencephalon called the midbrain, and the rhombencephalon having the pons called metencephalon. Along with that is the cerebellum, and this myelencephalon, that's called the medulla oblongata. After crossing the foramen magnum, this medulla oblongata become the spinal cord. Now developmentally, spinal cord having the central canal where there is like the ependymal layer of the neuroglial tissue, and then there is a layer, this is called the mental layer, and the last one, this is called the marginal layer. So in the embryologically it has got three layers: ependymal layer there surrounding the central canal, mental layer where occupy the neurons forming the anterior horn and posterior horn of the spinal cord, and the marginal layer, that is where from the nerve fibers will coming on, the white fibers, white matter of the spinal cord is present. So this is all about the development of the brain and the spinal cord in short.